I'm going to show you how to use Lucidpress today. Lucidpress is an online publishing application. It is a good substitute for Microsoft Publisher. It allows you to make brochures, business cards, magazines, and other documents in a publishing type app. So it's called Lucidpress. So I'm going to go ahead and just Google for Lucidpress. And here it is, Lucidpress, online print and digital publishing software. I can sign up for free, but what I'm going to do down here, and this is what you guys are going to do too, you're going to sign in with Google. It will let you sign in with your school Google credentials. So then it will be integrated with your Google account, and you will be able to collaborate on your work with co-authors. So I click sign up with Google. It's probably going to give you additional prompts, but since I've done this before, let me right into my dashboard. So this is the the landing page for the start a new document part of Lucidpress. Down here are the documents that I've already worked on. We are going to go to more templates. So you can go ahead and click on more templates when you get to this view. From this template view, we're going to go ahead and select a magazine template. And because we do have educator accounts, we can use the premium, the ones that have the premium ribbon across them. So I'm going to go ahead and select this one as a sample. I'm going to click on it, and it'll create the my copy of the template. Now, if you are doing this with a group, only one person should open your magazine or your template. So I am that one person who needs to open this, and then I'm going to go ahead and share it. So when I click share, I'm going to go ahead and enter my partner's name and share it with him. I click share, and then he'll be able to edit and share the document as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, but now you and your partners have access to this magazine, so you can start editing it. So once you've shared, you can start changing it, maybe assign different pages, like maybe your poem or your work is going to go on page 2 and another person's going to go on page 3, and so on. So another thing that you guys can do in this view is you can add pages. So let's say you need more than 10, you can add an 11th page. You can switch pages around, as you see that I'm doing right now. You can reorder them. I'm going to go ahead and put the blank page at the bottom there. And then, as you might have noticed, I have a side menu over here that allows me to add text, shapes, images, a table. I can even add a video, but since you're doing this for print, you're probably not going to need to add a video or want to add a video. So my menu is up here. And then another useful thing to know is, just like in Google Slides, you can right-click on the features, and when you right-click, you'll have a menu of options. So I can duplicate a page, insert a new page, delete page. These are all options I can do when I right-click. So I'm going to go back to the cover, and I want a different background. This is just the stock background they've given me. So I'm going to go ahead and click background right here. Choose image right there. This is what it is right now. It's scale to fill, which means it's going to fill up that whole page. I can choose image. So I've already added a few images in here. I've got a couple of photos, but I'm going to show you how to find a picture online if you would like to do that. So I'm going to go with the Bing search. That's what Lucidpress allows me to do. And it says you may need permission to use some of these images. So that just means whoever took the picture or created the image may not want you to reuse it. So in order to just not have to think about that, I can change this license here for public domain, or even free to share and use, or free to modify, share and use. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty decent set of permissions that would allow you to use whatever picture that you so desire. So I'm going to go ahead and I will search for, let's see, this is a magazine, and on the cover, let's say I want a library because I work in the library. So I'm going to go ahead and search for library. I have all of these pictures that I can use in my magazine. So I'm going to select, let's go for a really glorious library. This one's right here. This one's awesome. So I'm going to click this picture and I'm going to add it. And, oh, it's failed. Image upload failed. Please try again. Okay, that one didn't work. Maybe it was too big. It was a very large image file. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Just change it. I'm going to do library. Maybe I should just let's do library books and see if I get any different images. All right, let's see. I'm going to pick this one. It's pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and add photos. It's loading. There we go. And on the three dots there, I'm going to click insert. Oh, look, they're not even in English. Fantastic. So there is my background photo. I can play with different features. I can have different effects. I can change the contrast. If I do that, I can maybe make it fade into the background a little bit more. Play with the saturation and also play with the brightness. So I'm trying, maybe just try and have it fade into the background a little bit more. So there we go. There is my image. Now I can play with the text. Just to change the text, you just go in there and you start typing. So I'm going to write library. Up here, the word food. I'm going to move it. It doesn't exactly fit right there now that I've typed library. And I will change this to WAHS. There it is. I can also change the text. I can change the font. So this is the font. I can go ahead and experiment with the different fonts. And then I can also change them up here. I can experiment with the font colors as well. All right, so that's how I change images and edit text. And the last thing that I should probably show you is layering, which you might be familiar with, but since each page has different features on it, layers are involved. So let's say that I wanted to put text over this image. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a text box. So I can insert text right here. I'm going to insert a subheading just to make it look bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this onto my picture. Whoops, I'm spinning it around. There we go. I need the grabbing it view. There we go. So here we go. And then I've got some text that I cannot see at all. So let me change the color of that so we can see what we're working with. And I'm going to call these grapes. That's what they are. All right. So let's say that I'm going to put the grapes right here. So when I show you how to layer, I'm going to right click on this and it'll say bring to font front, send back. If I send to back, it's going to kind of disappear behind these two pictures. I don't want to do that, obviously. I just did this for the sake of showing you how to reorder a text. So it's way back there, so I'm going to have to go in there and find it. There we go. So I'm going to have to go ahead and bring item forward. So now I'll be able to layer it. Oh, nope. I have to bring it forward even more. So I need to bring it all the way forward. Let's see if I can do that. Bring to front. So that way I'll be able to layer it on top of whatever I can or whatever I need to. So those are the basic features for using Lucidpress. If you have any questions that you can't figure out the answer to just by kind of playing around and using the skills you already know, there are some great YouTube videos on how to use Lucidpress. And also just doing a search of what you would like to do. Like if you were to search for reordering images in or image layers in Lucidpress, you'd come up with a bunch of options that should be helpful. So hopefully that was helpful and have fun.